Hi everybody, this is me, Friday Forever, Forever Friday show. Today is going to be a delicious, scrumptious, fun time. Why? Because my show is finding out your... Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. The show is called Finding Out You're Pregnant. Like only you females that can be pregnant. But I have a super duper special guest. Yes, me. Super duper special guest. She's a girl, a lady, a woman that I've known in my neighborhood. And she just had a birthday not that long ago. And she's hella young looking. Hecka young looking. Sorry. Fabulous person. Caring, loving. Well, we're just going to get on with the show, and I'm going to introduce her. Jaleesa Hernandez. Jaleesa? Oh, now you're at your camera over here. Jaleesa Hernandez is here, and the two of us now.
Hello,
Hi,
Miss Friday.
Jaleesa.
Hello, Miss
Holy
Friday.
cow.
Thank you for having me here.
You're welcome. Well, dang, I think it's a hoot that, have you been pregnant before?
Yes, I have. Twice.
Oh, snap.
I have two beautiful daughters.
When you were first pregnant, the very first time ever,
Mhm.
what happened? Describe to me what happened. Like, you had a boyfriend or husband or what?
Yes, had a boyfriend. Met him. We worked together back in the day at a store called Mervyn's, California. And we met. It was, I guess, love at first sight. We got along famously. And I never knew I was pregnant.
Wait, you both worked at Mervyn's?
Yes, we did.
Snap, I used to work at Mervyn's fine jewelry department. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Men's department, shoes, and loss prevention. And so, yes.
You met each other at Mervyn's.
Yes.
And you hooked up.
Hooked up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Well, that was with my second.
You didn't know that you were pregnant?
No. Well, the gentleman I met at Mervyn's, that was my second daughter that we ended up having. And no, never knew I was pregnant. And my first, I was 19.
Okay, now I'm all confused. The first time you got pregnant was
19.
when you were 19 years old.
Yes.
And you didn't know you were pregnant.
Mm-mm.
How would you not know?
No. I'm not. I'm one that doesn't like, I don't really think about my period, and I'm young and having fun, and and working hard, and that was one that particular time in my life. I was like, you know what, something's missing, and lo and behold,
Period.
yes, exactly, and so lo and behold, 19, yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
So how did you find out? The first.
When I finally realized I was like, something is missing, I advised my mom. I said, you know what, something's missing, and she took me to the doctors, and the doctor said, hey, congratulations, you're pregnant. So by 2 or 3 months.
And
so,
you were like,
okay.
did the test over? What the
No.
bleep are you talking about?
No, I'm like, hey, let's do this. It's
Really?
veer ahead. Yeah, I was kind of anxious. I was more anxious about my mother's reaction because I'd never been pregnant and I didn't know how she was going to take it. But I'm 19, so I'm like, it is what it is. So.
What about the guy who made the baby with you?
We got married soon after.
I mean, what was his response?
He was. I think he was okay.
He didn't deny it?
No.
Or you messing around?
Not at the
with
time.
me?
No, he didn't deny it at the time.
It's hours. Oh my God, I'm gonna be a dad. Oh my, you're a mom. Oh, all this excitement and really all this. The dad from when you were 19. It's not the same dad as the next one.
No. But both share the same name, and
men?
yes,
Oh.
and the second one, which I had my second daughter with, he raised my firstborn. He met her at 2 years old and raised her. He
What
was
happened to the dad?
her father. He decided to. It wasn't that he decided not to be a part of her life, but he had a lot of issues going on in his life that some personal demons he had to deal with, and so he had to deal with those issues. And so life goes on, and you part ways, and you deal with what you have to deal with, and so did I.
In your mind, when you were 19, what was when you grow up, you want to have like a house, a white picket fence, a dog, a dad, a mom, baby, and all of that stuff. And I mean, what was your mental version of a life? Did you ever want anything like that?
Oh, I've always wanted stuff like that, but sometimes in wanting those things, sometimes you get them, but not in the order that you think you should get them. Sometimes people say, oh, you should, grow up, get a job, then get married, then have kids, and the picket fence and the house and all that. And sometimes you get pregnant first, and then you raise a kid, and then you end up getting married, or you get the house, then you get married, and then you have the kid. So it depends on the particular order. I'm still waiting on that house, but I'm still going to get it. I'm going to get that house. I believe in,
But now your kids are all grown, and
yeah.
you've stopped having grandkids. That's next, huh?
Yeah, I should hope so.
So the second pregnancy, how was that? Did you know that you were pregnant?
No, again, no. I never had morning sickness, and I was very thin.
And at 19 you didn't?
Nope. I was 115 pounds, never had morning sickness at all. And so the second one, same thing, like, yes. So, yeah.
And your second?
Nope, nothing. And also, when they were infants, people are always complain. I have to wake up 2 or 3 times or more times at night to feed them. Mm-hmm. Not my children. They let me sleep. Yeah, and there were no terrible twos. Terrible teens, but no terrible twos. So.
I mean, you had 2 girls, you said.
2 girls.
And I have a boy. Well, I had a boy first, and then 2 girls after, but boys are so much easier. They're no fuss. My girls, well, I can only speak on one. Oh my gosh. I want to pull my hair out. A diva, just so, I'm supposed to like keep her occupied, and she stressed me out. I mean, terrible, clingy, and oh my word. She was so much more difficult, unruly, and headstrong.
Yes,
girl.
very, very headstrong.
And
yes.
my son, he was a lovey-dovey boy. It was my boy.
He loved his mama.
I don't know. It's so much different to have a girl and a boy, but everyone has their own experience about having children, and I got that. But my personal experience is I like to have I thought I was a boy mommy, but then poof, a girl. What? Put on the brakes. No, I'm a boy mommy. How can I be a girl mommy? Because I'm a tomboy, and I don't know anything about raising girls. But my my first daughter, brought me into the sparkly, the glitz, the glam, the sparkle, the pink. I never was a pink person, ever.
Me either.
Black. And
yeah.
She changed my life. My daughter changed my life.
Well,
still now.
My second daughter was supposed to be a boy. The doctors said she was going to be a boy.
Probably was swollen down there.
And at the couldn't tell you, but at the last minute, the doctor said, "Well, it's gonna be a girl. You see that? Yeah, it's gonna be a girl. And so I kept the blue clothes. I don't like pink. I kept all the clothes blue, and
Everybody said, "Oh, nice little boy."
her
Huh.
first name, yeah, her first name is half of it is Miles. So and people are like, oh, after Miles Davis. I'm like, okay, if that's how you want it, we can
Which
roll
dog
that
was
way.
that?
The second one.
Oh,
Yeah.
the younger one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So she grew up thinking she grew up and everyone thought she was like a boy, right?
Well, she was bald when she was born. She had no hair, and she had a little swirl there, and
So people thought that was a boy because you dressed her in blue all the time.
yes, yeah, yeah. Also, the fact
So-
that
You're not right.
the fact that
Just kidding.
she didn't look a lot like me. She was a little bit or a lot light skinned, so I would get the looks that that would say, "Is that your child? Is that yours?"
Could be the
And she,
nanny or
oh
something.
yeah, and I always thought I'd put on a shirt and that would say, "My kid, not the nanny," but yeah.
I never even thought about that.
Mhm.
Because you've always lived here in San Francisco, right?
Exactly, born and raised. Yeah.
I just moved here, I haven't lived here a long time, 4 or 5 years. And I made a mistake on buses. I came from a place that if you're with a baby, it's your baby. I mean, nobody else would be with your baby. We don't have that nanny stuff like you guys have here. Yeah, I said, oh, is that your grandchild? Is that your... I got the meanest, dirtiest, filthiest, and grunts, and I'm her mother. Oh, I wanted to die on the bus because the lady looked like the grandma of the kid in the stroller. Okay, and other times it was, oh, is that your baby? And they're quiet and they don't really know what to say, and they just kind of they act weird to me, and they shake their head no. So for the longest time I didn't know, because people never told me, no, I'm the nanny, until one day someone said, no, I just watch them, I'm the nanny. And then I'm thinking, oh, every time after that, everybody, people that doesn't answer me has to be the nanny.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, yeah.
Because how do you know if nobody tells you? Oh my gosh.
No, I was crazy looks.
Wait, your first one at 19 had your skin color, but the second one didn't?
Well, since they had different fathers, her first father, my firstborn, her father was half African American, half white, and so if you see her now, people say, "Oh, she looks just like you." No, she looks Indian. But she's more my shade. She's a beautiful, gorgeous girl. And the second one takes up for her father, and his family's from Australia. And so, yeah, people say, oh, you're just a carrier. I'm like, basically, which is fine by me because they're two gorgeous girls. And I'm like, wow, amazed by them.
To get that straight, you're a carrier of
The babies.
being pregnant.
Yeah, they have none of my looks. I don't think they don't look anything like me. So they're like, wow, she looks like dad. She looks like dad. And where are you in there?
I'm glad you brought that up, only because boys, well, me having a boy and a girl, what I found out by looking, my son is he was exactly stocky like me, a little stocky guy, go getter, just like me, and his emotion and all that is just like me. But I had different fathers for the two daughters as well, just like their fathers. The body shape and structure is identical to the fathers, and the boys' side of the families. The only thing that all three of my kids have on me is my chin and mouth.
Mm.
Just the face, you can really always tell that
Yeah.
the smile and this part is me. But the eyes and the nose, like my son got my nose and my face pretty much. And he only got his dad's eyes. But my daughters, they have just the smile on the
Well,
the
see,
mouth.
there's an old wives' tale
Mm-hmm.
that at birth, the person that cuts the child's cord, that child is going to take after that person's character. And some people believe it to be true, and some people
the
don't.
doctor cuts it most of the time, so come on.
But sometimes you can have a family member, the father of the child, and it's really coincidental that my firstborn, my daughter, Adina, she the cord.
Shout out.
Yeah, the cord was cut by my sister, and my sister is really into electronics, and she can fix things, and she loves horror films and things like that. That's my daughter. I'm like, yep, I know who cut the cord.
The oldest.
And so my youngest, my mom cut her cord, and so they're really
Really?
headstrong and really super talented. And both daughters are both
Really?
Sagittariuses, and so I believe people under the sign Sagittarius, wow, they have this talent. And and so a lot of I'm not saying it all to be true, but
My
Just a
daughter
wild
cut
coincidence.
her sister's cord
okay.
because I purposely did that only because I want her to see how she should never ever have sex until she got a husband, and I wanted the husband, wife, house,
The American
get
dream,
married first.
the American
The
dream
old-fashioned
package,
terms.
yeah.
Get married first, then think about what you're gonna if you're gonna have this if you're gonna make a baby, because this is what it's like, because you're gonna cut the cord. And she was freaking grossed out by it because she's like, they gave me these weird little scissors and it wouldn't even cut the thing, and it was huge,
Uh-huh.
and it kept squirting out, and I'm like, really? I wish that I was doing that part. I don't even know. That sounds so exciting to me, but
I think I would have fainted. Yeah.
she did, well, I guess the doctor helped her, but LOL. I hope she's traumatized by that. I do. That was the purpose, but I don't know. I don't know if that ever happened. And the doctors cut the cords. I think my first daughter's dad might have. I don't know. I was so much in pain. Oh, talk about pain. When you had them, you went full 9 months.
Oh yes, full 9.
Okay, with your daughters, did you get huge all the way around? Huge in the back? Huge in the front?
Just huge in the front. My second, I got the swollen feet stuff, but it all stayed up here.
My son, I was pregnant in my ass. Because when I was at work, people were like, oh, hi, Friday. Because I always wore, like, T-shirts.
Mhm.
You would never know, ever, that I was pregnant. Except from the back. I was, like, expanding in the back.
Yeah, I didn't buy
Like,
maternity clothes.
expanding. My son. And my daughters, oh, yeah. My first daughter, all the way around. My mom said, you look as big as a house. I'm like, very hurtful.
And you had them all natural.
Oh yeah. Did you?
Yes. Oh yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that was paid.
Yes.
No epidural.
No. Well, with my first, when I decided, oh, give me whatever you want to give me an epidural, they said, sorry, too late. I was like, oh my God. Yes.
Well, the first one. Did you even know what to expect?
No. No one told me or really warned me that it would be like 3 watermelons coming out of your vajayjay or your hoo-ha. So, yeah, it's an experience. It's wow.
The first time was with my son. Did your water ever break?
Nope. No, never. Twice.
Dang it.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Me 3. I've always wanted that experience.
Yeah, like
in
the
movies.
Yeah, in the movies.
Water breaks. Oh, my water's broke, and there's
No.
and you're in
And
the
you have all this
store or
water all over
whatever.
your good shoes. Yeah.
I'm like, I wanted that. But I never got that. Never.
No.
The first baby, I wasn't dilated, but I was contracting a lot. So I was in the hospital when I was in my 20s, when I was 20. He came in with this big, long, skinny rod. And he's like slapping it on his hand, and I'm like, and it had a hook on the end of it. I'm like, and he kept getting closer to me, and my legs, of course, are like this, you know. I'm like, what are you doing? What's going on? Somebody talk to me. What's going on? What are you doing? Don't get close to me with that thing. I was like freaking out. I can't even tell you. He's like, oh, ma'am, no. I have to tear the sack, and the water's not breaking, so I have to break it for you. I was scared out of my mind.
I can imagine.
He stuck that thing in, I don't know where. I'm up here. I'm not knowing what's going on down there. He obviously ripped it because I felt like I peed all over myself. It was so warm and comforting. It was, but and I didn't pee on myself. It was the sack. He broke the sack, and stuff happens.
I remember with my first, the sack didn't break, my water didn't break, and the doctor said she was going to be due on December 12th. And then he changed it to the 18th. And he said no. He looked at his calculations. He's like, no, 12. And that clock, I looked at the clock in the bedroom, and that clock struck midnight, and I got the first contraction. I said, oh, wow.
Way
She
earlier
was
than
on
the
time.
12th.
Yep, on the 12th. Yeah.
Oh, it was on the 12th.
On the 12th, on a Thursday, because I remember she was born at 2:10, and back in the day, I was watching The Cosby Show. I was tired, but hey, I was watching some good TV. But yeah, I admit, she was on time. Here it is, on the 12th, on the dot.
December.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the Virgin of La Virgen, the Virgin of Guadalupe. Yep, on her day. So.
And that's another thing. She can speak Spanish.
Yes, I can.
What nationality are you? You're not Mexican, are you? No.
No, Puerto Rican.
She's Puerto Rican, and she can. It was 20. We were supposed to come off.
124.
Okay, thank you. I was looking at. I just wanted to bring this up really super fast. On Google last night, I didn't know that. Do you know what the Ring of Fire means?
Throwing a fire? No.
Have you ever heard that?
Unless we're talking about Johnny Cash. There's a burn, burn, burn. Ring of fire. Enlighten me.
It has to do with childbirth. Is childbirth painful? Okay, yes. But they have manageable, epidurals and stuff. Oh my God. Crowning. Did you know crowning is often referred to as the Ring of Fire?
Whoa.
I did not know that.
Didn't
I
know
was
that.
like stunned. Crowning is when the baby's head comes to the front, and
Mm-hmm.
You're down there and you can start to see the head.
Yep.
That's the crowning.
It's time to.
And that's the Ring of Fire. And the head becomes visible in the birth canal after you've fully dilated.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's the home stretch after that. The burning sensation that you feel is the mother's tissues stretching around the baby's head. I was like, ooh, ow, 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 ow,
Mm-hmm.
ow, and ow. And they give you extra stitch down there too, so you're not so gaping open.
My second was a little more. She was bigger than the first.
Oh. Did you ever feel the shoulders?
No.
Because Tiffany was big. My daughter was bigger. The first daughter. Her head popped, but the struggle with the shoulders, it was like, ew. It was so,
It's almost like a dance.
it was so irritating.
Yeah, Elizabeth, my second, she was a little heavier, 7 pounds, 6 ounces, and yeah,
It was painful.
and after, yeah. So
I held the pain so.
you're not a screamer?
No, I was pushing on the stomach. Get this thing out of me now!
Oh, I didn't speak.
Now! I was in so much pain. But I hold the pain.
See, it's like when you stub your toe and you hold it in. That's me.
The,
I can
Really?
usually say a
Don't say
couple
that?
No, I'm like,
Oh.
and people, I don't
know how to
understand
feel
Lamaze. I don't understand Lamaze with the breathing. I can't breathe. When I'm in pain, I'm like, so.
But that's what the nurse stands there and helps you through. She's supposed to.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Nurse, if,
I don't
if there's
remember.
No guy or whatever, the nurse is supposed to.
There were no
Do you
there
for
were no
that.
ice chips. There were no cursing. The doctor was amazed. He's like, "Wow, you're for a first time mom. You're not screaming, yelling, bloody murder. No, that's not how I deal with pain.
Painful.
Oh my god, I thought my head was gonna split in half. But and then her face. When you see that face for the first time, and she already had attitude. She had major attitude. I'm like,
Screaming?
what? No, she was quiet. And she just had this attitude and this scowl on her face. I'm like, what's going on? You didn't want to come out? And I guess I was interrupting her sleep. I don't know.
So, they didn't cut the cord. Did they just take her out and put her on your chest?
No.
Then cut the cord?
They took her, did whatever they do, clean her up or whatever, and then put her on my chest for a little bit. Then they took her away again. And
Both children?
yes. And then I wanted my mom to cut the cord, and then my mom was lost doing I don't know what. And my sister was like, oh, I did it. I'm like, what? So.
They put it out and put it on my chest right away. That gives you that extra bond.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then they took it's like one baby got clipped over there,
Yeah.
blah, 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 the eyes, the whatever,
Yeah.
and then on you. Then the next one was just right up, and then there were all three different ways that they did.
Yeah.
But I'm happy I had them. And you still have to put up with stuff, no matter what age they are, and they keep getting older and older and older.
Well, and people assume that once the child turns 18, that's it. Your job is done. Your job is never done. They'll be
So
18.
nice.
They'll be 38. They'll be 88.
Yup.
And those little knuckleheads will always be the
From
apples of
your
my eye.
body as adults,
Yeah.
gray or wrinkled, they'll be from you.
And though
It's a whole nother state.
though I had my first
Mind.
one so young, people have asked me, "Would you do it again?" I'm like, I would have to do it again because I would not trade my two
Right,
for the world.
Right.
I'm super proud of them, and yeah, I see, my daughters used to say that they would go to school and they'd say, "Wow, a lot of my friends, their parents are much older." And I'm like, "Well, they had careers and stuff, and they started later in life having
Yeah.
their children, and nowadays." People are
It's a
they're
thing,
able to do it all.
but I don't
You can
like
freeze
that.
your eggs,
I
or
don't like that.
you can still work and have a family and still get that whole dream of your house and the picket fence and the
I
dog.
don't like that. I like it the old-fashioned way. I'm an old-fashioned person. I like it the old way. I don't like that. I like the mom.
At home.
Okay, well, don't shoot me.
hey, I would love to have my mom at home baking the cookies, helping with
That was
homework.
me.
Yeah,
I'm a teacher. I
Yeah.
taught my kids everything.
yeah, that's good.
I never let them go to a thing. And then when I did once, all crap broke loose because someone bit my kid, or, I can't do it. There's no way. But I don't know how people do it. And nannies, I wouldn't trust anyone with my kids.
Well, I had my mom.
You're so lucky.
A lot of
I
the
gotta
time.
wind this down, the show. I want to know if I'm gonna give you the opportunity to speak to the world about any last words that you can tell them not to get pregnant, or just kidding. To love yourself, whatever spiel you want to tell the world, it's on you, and you can go right ahead and talk.
I just want to say that I was glad to be a guest here on Friday's show. And last thoughts, know your worth, love yourself, no matter who you are, no matter what you're doing, follow your dreams, love yourself, and be your own best friend. There's so many people out there that will knock you down, but it's not how they knock you down is how you get back up. So continue on your journey and be happy.
Thank you, dear. That's my guest. Maybe we'll be back to do another show. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Subscribe. If you subscribe
And hit like.
and hit like and share, yeah, or write comments. If you want us to do another show, what do you want us to do it on? That would be so cool. I would love that. Please do that. What do I always say to you? I always end my shows by saying, please help other people. Be nice, be kind. Do something good for someone. Have a great day. I love you. God bless you. And we'll see you on my next show next week. Thank you.